the one that I'll miss the most out of all. How do you feel about her performance? Raven Johnson is a winner.
Let me ask you something. When was the last time you watched a player and a point guard walk into the loudest building in women's college basketball on ESPN College game day against the number 6 team in the country and just take over? Because that's exactly what Raven Johnson did. 19 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, 8 of 8 from the free throw line after the 2-minute mark. And the WNBA still wants to debate whether she's a first-round pick. We need to talk about this. Here's what happened on February 14th at LSU. 13,200 fans, sold out. Standing in the aisles, Dawn Staley's Gamecocks walk in as the number 3 team in the country, and Raven Johnson comes out and plays the best game of her career. Not just a career high in points, she hit 3 threes. 3. Against an SEC defense that's been shutting people down all year. Now, why does that matter? Because the number one criticism of Raven Johnson, the thing every analyst, every mock draft writer, every so-called expert throws at her, is that she can't shoot the 3. She's not a reliable shooter. She won't translate to the WNBA. She just went 3 for 5 from deep against the number 6 team in the country in Baton Rouge. With everything on the line, the tape doesn't lie. The analysts just haven't updated their notes yet. But here's the part that stopped me cold. After the game, after beating LSU on the road with the SC title on the line, a reporter asked Dawn Staley about Raven Johnson, and Staley said, and I'm quoting her directly here, "She's probably the one I'll miss the most out of all the players that I've coached." Let that land for a second. All the players she's coached. That includes Aja Wilson, WNBA MVP, Olympic gold medalist, one of the best players in the history of women's basketball. That includes Aaliyah Boston, 2023 WNBA number 1 overall pick. That includes Brianna Stewart, 2-time national champion right here at South Carolina. Dawn Staley looked at Raven Johnson, a player that draft boards were putting in the second round not that long ago, and said she'll miss her more than any of them. Now, you want to tell me WNBA teams shouldn't be looking at this girl in round 1? Go ahead, I'll wait. Here's where I said it gets even better, because it's not just the eye test. The numbers back this up completely. Raven Johnson is currently posting a 129.9 offensive rating. That is the 99th percentile, not top 10%, not top 5%. The 99th percentile in all of college basketball. She's a 2-time national champion. She's a 5-year senior who has been in the biggest moments this program has seen in the last half decade. And here's the pattern that nobody in the national media wants to acknowledge. This is exactly what they said about Aaliyah Boston. Not flashy enough, not a scorer, won't translate. Aaliyah Boston went number 1 overall. Dawn Staley's program has a documented, proven, on-record history of turning overlooked players into WNBA franchise pieces. This is not a coincidence. This is a system. And Raven Johnson is the latest product of it. The market is already correcting itself, by the way. She's now projected as high as number 13 in some mock drafts, the Atlanta Dream. And she wasn't even in the top 15 a few months ago. That's not luck. That's a tape that speaks for itself. Now here's what I really want you to think about, and this is the part nobody is saying out loud. Dawn Staley is not just defending her player, she is weaponizing this conversation. Every single time a scout or an analyst doubts Raven Johnson publicly, it motivates Raven. It fuels this locker room, and it gives Dawn Staley a recruiting pitch that no other coach in the country can make. Come to South Carolina, they doubted Raven. They doubted Aaliyah. They doubted every player who came through here, and we turned every single one of them into a pro. That's the message. That's the sell, and it works. So when you see Staley firing back at the critics, she's not just being a loyal coach, she's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. And Raven Johnson, ice in her veins, clutch free throws, career triple high performance on the biggest stage of her senior year, she's just out here making the argument for her. Here's the bottom line, Gamecock Nation. The WNBA is going to have to make a decision on Raven Johnson in a few months. And when that draft board is set, I want you to remember this game, this performance, this moment. 19 points, career high on the road on game day against the top 10 team, sealed at the free throw line. Dawn Staley says she'll miss her most out of everyone she's ever coached. The analytics say she's in the 99th percentile. The tape says she can shoot the 3. Nobody's wrong here, except the people still sleeping on number 25. If you're a Gamecock, you already knew. Drop A in the comments if you've been riding with Raven since day 1. And if you're new here, welcome, subscribe, because we're just getting started.